Hello, my YouTube family. Okay, now it's been probably about 2 weeks since I posted. I know I said I was going to post at least 3 times a week in my first video, my introduction to YouTube. I'm going to get it together. So I wanted to come and make a video, pretty much to be encouraging, because I'm going through some things, in my life. I had was out of work for a little short time and have new employment. Of course, the income is not the same, so just trying to make do. Got a second job, might be getting a third. Gotta do what you gotta do. But I've had certain people who've been very encouraging to me. And then I recently had a conversation with someone, and something that person said kind of struck a chord in me. I was pretty much asking like advice. I've always wanted to do real estate. I wanted to get my real estate license, and I wanted to do this for a very long time. But in 2007, I was going to do it. And then I decided to sell life insurance instead. How that happened, don't even ask me. Don't even have the license anymore, but whatever. So this person said to me, if you didn't do it 15 years ago, why would you do it now? And that kind of annoyed me, because circumstances, situations, you really don't, a lot of reasons. There were a lot of reasons why I didn't do the real estate. First of all, it was more expensive than the life insurance class. I think it was like $1,900 and something back then when I was going to do it. It was like a series of different things that I had to pay for. At the time, I think it was Century 21 that had reached out to me to get my real estate license with them, and that was the price range that they had given me. I didn't do any additional research, but the life insurance class was only like $300 and something. So that's what I chose to do. But I've always had a passion in real estate. Sorry, needless to say, I wanted to come on and just say that no matter how many years go by, no matter how long it takes, if there is something that you are passionate about, even if it's not a passion, just something that you want to do, don't let anyone discourage you from that. There are still some setbacks for me as to why why I won't do real estate at this moment. Well, first of all, I don't have the additional funds to register for the class, but at this moment, I'll get it, but not at this moment. And I would prefer to do the 2-week class, which is like it's 75 hours that I have to take. I'm in the state of New Jersey, and the requirement is 75 hours of classroom time. Because of COVID, they allow you to do it online now, but it's like a live stream classroom setting. So, which is good, because New Jersey is very strict versus like in New York, you can do online. That's always been available. But in New Jersey, it's always been a classroom requirement that you had to go and actually sit in the classroom. Okay, I'm lying. I did do my research years ago. I forgot about that. Okay, so I would prefer to take 2 weeks and get it out of the way. But I can't afford to go 2 weeks without, having income, because I would need to take 2 weeks from my job to go and sit in the classroom for 2 weeks to, get my real estate license. And if I do it the other way, where I go 2 days out of the week, it would take me 10 weeks. I don't really want to wait 10 weeks. Either way, I'm going to figure it out. Okay. So, I'm sorry. I am a tea drinker. So, I am having it's late too. It's about, what time is it? It's like 10:30, I think. I think it's 10:30. I'm not 100% sure. It's around that time. I'm having my tea. My daughter gonna kill me because this is her mug. Sorry, baby. As long as you wash it, it's just like new, baby. It's okay. She don't like people touching her stuff. She don't like to share either. And I'm having 2 cookies. Fat girl life. But you know, I'm not gonna eat the cookies on camera. Some people were a little bothered by me eating on camera last time. Sorry, I apologize for those that were offended by me talking with my mouth full. Okay, tonight's tea, my cousin actually, when I was sick with COVID, she dropped a bag off of, you know, some Get Better stuff. So she had gave me a box of tea, and this one is Comforting Chamomile Soothes Mild Tension. So that's what I'm having tonight. I'm not gonna say the brand because dang, I ain't getting no money, but, so whatever. But yes, for those who like your coffee, enjoy. But I love tea. All right, I just put a little bit of honey. It's still hot. That's good because I don't like it when it gets warm. Okay, so I did mention in my last video that I've started therapy, and it's been a little over a month now that I've been in therapy. And in my last session, I'm not going to share what we discussed. I'm just going to share some of the things that she suggested for me, or one of the things. In my last session, she suggested that I go back to journaling because I used to journal. And one thing that I didn't like is going back to read what I had written. Even if it was maybe like months later, it was like a little sad for me to read what I have written. I'm past that now. I can handle it, you know, I'll be okay. So here's my journal. Isn't it pretty? I think this is my daughter's. I think I found it in her room and started using it, but she wasn't using it. It's okay. Right, baby? It's okay. Okay. So, the objective is for me to take 30 minutes to sit and journal every day. Now, since she's asked me to do this, she asked me to do this, so it's Wednesday evening. I didn't get a chance to, because I work a first and a second job. Not every day, but you know, maybe three times to 4 times during the week. I usually work my first and second job. So sometimes I'm a little too tired. But you have to make time for the important things. And this is something that is going to help me. So tonight, even though it's late, I'm going to take 30 minutes after I finish making this video with you guys. And I am going to write in my journal. Now, I am an advocate believer of what you say out of the mouth, because words have power. What you say out of the mouth and what you write down, you can make happen. It comes into fruition. And I'm a big believer of setting goals and writing down goals, you know. And now that I've learned more about manifestation, I didn't even know that my little goals were like, you know, a form of manifestation. I really didn't understand it then, but I'm educating myself more about manifestation. And I actually have utilized it before to get myself out of a financial bind or crutch at one point. And I'm going to do it again. I'm going to use the same tools, but you have to be very specific and very detailed in what you say and what you want. And when you write it down, be very detailed, because it will happen exactly that way. I'll share. I wanted $50,000. I was not specific in how I wanted to get that $50,000, and that I didn't want to have to pay the $50,000 back, that I just wanted $50,000 with no attachments. I didn't go that far. I wasn't that detailed enough. Had I thought about it a little more, knew a bit more about manifestation, then I would have been more detailed in what I manifested. So I was in debt and I had several credit cards, and I had a loan that I had taken out to have my property fixed, some repairs that needed to be done, and everything came to about $50,000. And I had been working on my credit. I am an underwriter, and my credit has always been good, but having multiple credit cards does lower your credit score if you're utilizing them too much. And I was at a point in my life where I was living off my credit cards. I'm back to that same state, but it'll be okay. Everything will work itself out. Everything will be fine. I'll be fine. Credit is something that can be repaired every 30 days. You could have a 540 FICO score 1 month, and the next month you can have an 850 FICO score if you do it properly. And believe me, I can tell you, I can teach you, I can show you. Okay, so with that being said, I needed this $50,000. My score wasn't, I want to say it might have been seven something, maybe 720, 726 or so at that time. Maybe higher. I'm not, but I was approved for this $50,000 loan. And I was able to, and the interest rate wasn't terrible either. It was much lower than the interest rate on the credit card. Absolutely. And then of course, with credit cards, there's no set time of when you're going to pay this card off if you're just paying the minimum or whatever you're paying towards it. So you're just paying all this interest. With the personal loan, it was set for a certain amount of time, and then I would have that $50,000 paid off. So it was beneficial for me to get the $50,000 loan. Again, I should have manifested that I received $50,000 that I did not have to repay. Next go round, it's going to be a bigger figure, of course. But words have power. Just know that words have power. So, for anyone who may be going through something, it's so hard to think beyond what you're going through, or to see, not to think, to see beyond what you're going through, to see the brighter side of the situation. But because I've gone through several situations, and I do know that there is going to be a brighter side and that things will get better, I just wanted to say this because, it's not that people don't know this. It's not that you don't hear it. Maybe you haven't heard it lately, or maybe you don't hear it often enough. So I'm going to say it. You will be okay. You will get through this. You can do this. You are strong. If you don't feel strong, I don't know if you are religious, but ask God for strength to help you get through this. If you are not religious, just understand that there'll be a brighter day. Like, there truly, not to get off topic, but I'll just share. You go through a breakup and you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do without him? Oh, my life is over. Oh my God. And then you meet somebody and then you be like, oh, I love him so much. I never knew I could love like this. So you didn't see it then, but in life, through experiences, you start to understand that there are better things to come. So, I say that to say, you'll be okay. Everything will be okay. Bad things don't last all the time. And as long as you're positive, and you have to try to truly learn from. Now, I'll say this, I don't feel that I made a mistake. I don't feel that I'm in the situation that I'm in because I made a mistake. I was working for a company. I had no knowledge that this company was going to be closing. They did not pay me my last paycheck. There was no severance package. I did not get unemployment for 2 months. It's my savings, my 401k was being held up by that company because they did not notify the, I guess the state or whomever that the company was officially closed when it officially closed. It was a lot. It was a lot, and we're still actually in the process of fighting to try to recoup that money. Which, I mean, we have a civil action lawsuit against the owner of that company. I'm not going to say any names or anything of that nature, but yeah. So I mean, things happen in life that are out of your control. There was no way that I could have known that this was going to happen. So, I mean, some may say, oh, well, girl, you ain't have nothing saved up and everything and all this other stuff. Well, actually, I did. And I was debt free for about a good 3 years. I was debt free for about a good 3 years. Well, I still had my mortgage, and but I had no credit card debt. Absolutely no credit card debt. And the only other debt that I had was my daughter's car lease. But I chose to use a chunk of my savings to make a purchase, which I do not regret, for my daughter, her first property. That was my gift to her. She's in college. Everybody needs to have, there should be like a foundation. We need to lay a foundation for our children. I don't want her to have to struggle in life. So I wanted to, kind of help her out a little, give her a little jump start. So this is her first real, property that she owns. And I do not regret it at all. Things happen, life happens, and I'm, like I said, I'm gonna be okay. I'll make it through. Everyone else out there, you will be okay. You will make it through. I'm sorry, I know I've been rambling. My tea is probably cold now. Hold on, let's take a sip and see. No, it's still hot. What? Okay, all right now. Okay, so I mean, I'm only gonna talk for a few more minutes. I don't want to make this video too long, but I feel like since it's been so long since I came on here, and I do know that I did forget to put my email address in the description box. I'm sorry. I'm trying to learn how to operate these things like the YouTube and description and all that. My daughter is very tech savvy. I am not. I depend on her a lot. I should not. Got to become a little bit more independent when it comes to things like that. These kids, they so smart, I'm smart too, but she's a little bit more savvy in that than I am. But I did this myself tonight. Well, I did call her and ask her what setting to put the camera on so that the video quality was good. But either way, I'm the one who started the video, and I'm the one who's sitting here and doing it, and I'm proud of myself because, yes, this was something that I was a little terrified to do, but I'm over it, and I just feel like if it's just one person that I could reach out there and that my words can help, then it's worth it. It's really worth it. And I'm in a different space, and I love myself so much, and I enjoy life more than I did before, and I just have a different purpose than I did before. So how they say everyone has a calling or everyone has a purpose, and some people live their whole lives and never know. I truly feel like my calling or my purpose is to encourage others or to share the knowledge. There's so much stuff that I want to do. I'm originally born and raised in Newark, New Jersey, and I want to build a a community center. I want to I want to make a nonprofit organization for young adolescent females and males. I have a lot of things that I want to do. I want every child in Newark to have coats and free food, and, you know, in the wintertime, have hats on their head. I mean, it sounds like basic things, but a couple of years ago, my daughter and I were going to the store, and we saw two kids walking, no hats, and it was cold as, you know, it was cold outside. It was the winter time. And at the time, my daughter said she wanted to do a coat drive with her school, but, you know, that never ended up happening. But it was just her heart, and her wanting to do that meant a lot. Sorry, I'm way off, just rambling. But yes, so I really just want to, you know, do as much as I can and help as many people as I can. With my words, and actually, you know, with more than just my words when I have the means to do so. So, okay, I'm going to come to a close on this video. I'm not going to eat my cookies on camera, but they waiting for me. I'm going to eat them cookies. It's okay. On the 1st of November, I'm going to start a no sweet challenge with a friend of mine. It's a 30-day challenge. I don't usually eat a lot of junk. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I haven't even been eating much since I was sick, but my daughter has some snacks that she left behind, and I've been tempted. So I've been eating things that I don't normally eat because they're here, but they're running out. So they won't be here to tempt me, and I'm not going to go and repurchase these things. So, you know, these aren't things I would typically buy if I was to go to the store myself anyway. I mean, I'm really more of a salty girl. Like, I like jalapeno chips as a snack than cookies, but they're here. So why not? You know, I'd rather have a slice of cornbread, some homemade cornbread. Let me just tell you that. Okay, I'm sorry. Back on track. Okay, so that is it. I'm gonna stop now because I truly have rambled on. Please like, comment, subscribe. I know it'll probably be a while before, you know, my voice is truly heard by many. Hope it doesn't take as long as I think, but, you know, even if it's just a few people, it helps. So, and it makes me feel good. So again, everybody, get a journal, write down your goals. You can call it goals, you can call it manifestation. But if it's anything in life that you want, say it. Be careful of what you choose to say out of your mouth. Your words have power. Ask and you shall receive. Be careful what you ask for. Understand what comes along with what you want. And I will, this time, I'm going to try. I'm still going to have the advice hour on Sundays. I'm going to try. I'm going to put my email in the description for those who may want some advice, who, you know, I do give good advice, even, you know, I do. I do give good advice. I might not take other people's advice, but I give good advice. Yes, so I'm going to put the email in the description if you want to send me an email. It could be anonymous, you know, it doesn't matter. And I will try to help you out as best as I possibly can. If you have questions about home ownership, if you have questions about credit, if you have questions about housing, whatever, you know, whatever you have questions about, if I can answer it, I will. Okay, that's it. Thank you for taking the time to hear me ramble on. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening and a beautiful day tomorrow. All right. Thank you, YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Good night.